I was hired through the dark web. The ghost in the machine paid to pull data from a dead server. They called it the Archive of Echoes. The client was anonymous, the pay was insane, and the warnings were biblical. Cursed, they said. Haunted. I just laughed. To a data recovery specialist like me, a server is just a box of metal and silicon. Curses are just corrupted files. I booted up my rig in my isolated, downtown office. The city lights a distant glitter below, and jacked in. The server's architecture was ancient, a tangled mess of obsolete code. But I found the primary directory. It was filled with audio files, thousands of them, all labeled with dates from decades ago. I clicked on the first one, just to test the integrity. And that's when my blood ran cold. It was a child's voice. My voice. A conversation I was having with someone, or something. I was maybe 6 years old, talking to my imaginary friend. A friend I hadn't thought about in 30 years. His name was Flicker. I listened, frozen, as my younger self described my day at school. My favorite toys. My secret hiding places. How could this be here? These were memories I didn't even know I had, stored on a server I'd never seen. I started jumping through the files, each one a snapshot of my childhood. But then, the dates started getting closer to the present. The conversations were changing. My voice was gone, replaced by another low, whispering and familiar. It was Flicker, and he was talking about me, right now. He knew my name. He knew the name of my company. He whispered, "He's alone in the office tonight. 14th floor. Looks so small from up here." I ripped off my headphones, my heart hammering against my ribs. I scrambled to the window and looked down. The streets were empty. There was no one there. My hands trembled as I went back to the terminal. The recordings weren't just memories. They were evolving. The voice, Flicker's voice, was now speaking in real time. I miss our talks. It hissed from my speakers. "You grew up. You forgot me." But I didn't forget you. I just needed a new place to live. The server's fans whirred, sounding like a distorted laugh. Then, a new file appeared in the directory. A video file. It was titled, "The Final Session." My cursor hovered over it, a part of me screaming not to click. But I had to know. I opened it. The video feed was live. It was my office. And the camera angle, it was impossible. It was from inside the server rack, looking out at me. I could see the back of my own head, my shoulders tense, my face illuminated by the monitor's glow. My blood turned to ice. On the screen, Flicker's voice came through, no longer a whisper, but a cacophony of distorted audio from every speaker in the room. "You thought I was in your head," it roared, the sound vibrating through the floor. "I was never in your head. I was in the wires, the signals, the static between stations." Every screen in my office suddenly lit up, displaying a glitching, terrifying face made of corrupted data and static. Its eyes were my webcam lenses, its mouth a swirling vortex of code. The voice was everywhere. "I waited so long for you to find me again, to plug me back in." The heavy magnetic lock on my office door clicked shut with a deafening thud. I was trapped. I stared at the main monitor, at the live feed of myself from inside the server. But on the screen, my reflection started to change. Its eyes widened in terror. Its mouth opened in a silent, pixelated scream. But I wasn't screaming. I couldn't move. I was paralyzed in my chair, forced to watch my digital self being torn apart. The air in the room grew frigid, my breath turning to mist. The server room temperature alarms began to blare. A shrill, desperate sound. The face on the screen smiled, and a single line of green code burned across the monitors, overwriting everything else. "System override. Human host found. Then, from behind me came a sound that will haunt me forever. The slow, metallic click of the server rack door swinging open.